Glowing tributes filled the air as hundreds gathered to pay tribute to school teacher, trade unionist, and member of the creative arts, Corwin Mars. Some of his colleagues in the acting fraternity said Mars's death has left a void that cannot be easily filled.
Enough people know Sir Mars as you know, loud and badar, but that's him. That's his personality, you know, and he touched many lives. Some might be positive, some might be negative, but I know mostly he's positive. He always made an impact wherever he go, wherever he be.
Let us say that you're affected for the day and things are not going well. Sir Mars happened to be there at that time, you know. The whole mood of the day would change. It would transfer into something that you never thought would happen for the day. He was very jovial. He was a spice, you know, he would spice up things. And when he arrived, all right, it is be a whole different ball play in terms of the happiness that he brings.
There's no place you could go and Mars is around, you will know he's around. Because he's that kind of a person. We're shocked, we're hurt with the way that things went down, but life goes on. So the most we could do is celebrate his legacy. And yes, he had a legacy. Because what a lot of people didn't know, subliminally, Mars would have given us a message as to live our lives into the fullest. Enjoy it, because you never know when that time will come and when it will cut short. And if nobody would doubt me or go against me to say Mars live his life, if there's one thing, and I've learned that, and I hope that we all get the message.
President of the Guyana Teachers Union, Mark Light, Dr. Marcel Hudson of the Ministry of Education, Opposition Leader Orby Norton, and members of the Management Committee of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union all paid their remembered Mars as always jovial and plain-spoken.
And I could say this without any fear of contradiction. He was one of our very few teachers who could control, who could man a class of 100 children without noise. I remember, if you ask Corwin to take 100 children by foot from Multi to the Cultural Center, he did that without a single incident. Because when he shouted, "Get in line," everyone went in line. And so, we celebrate him today at the Ministry of Education. We have lost a comrade. We have lost someone who gave education his life and who contributed effectively to the transformation of the education system. And I say that without any apology. And that is why I'm here today. When I heard what had happened to him, I tell you, I woke up in the morning with tears in my eyes because he was my student.
And the last vivid memory I have of him in person was on May Day. He was unusually quiet. Knowing Corwin Mars, wherever he is, there's always going to be a ruckus. He's either going to be winding down low, or he's going to be putting his hand in the air with his glass, cheering on for a good session. And one of the things that I observed on May Day was that Corwin was extremely quiet and reserved. You may ask, was that a sign? I'm not here to say that. But I know Corwin knew exactly how to conduct himself depending on the situation. I remember somebody provoked him on the morning of May Day. And the same time he was about to tell them something, I don't know what he was about to say. And I appeared suddenly. And he said to the person, "You're lucky the president is here. I would have fixed your business."
But he was a very respectful person. He was a very nice person. He was a very courageous person. I believe today we are losing one of our best talents in the creative arts, in education, and as a human being.
At the credit union, Corwin Mars contributed to the implementation of new products, sound policies, and procedures for the improvement of the lives of our members and society as a whole.
The funeral service was held at the tarmac of the National Culture Center, and was attended by Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton, Opposition Leader Aubrey Norton, senior officials of the Ministry of Education, teachers, students, both past and present, and scores of other citizens. Myers was killed 2 weeks ago at Providence on the east bank of the Marara. At the time of his death, he was the deputy head teacher of the new Central High School.